What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. In today's video, we're going to be doing the build along knife. And to spice things up, I'm going to be making my knife out of some old Damascus I had lying around. I have no idea what this is, but it's a couple layers of steel. That's going to be our core. I'm going to have a layer of brass, ADCR V2, another brass, another ADCR V2, and the same thing on the other side. And that will be our billet. So for now, let's go ahead and clean up all this steel and get it prepped and ready. Alright guys, so I've done one press so far and I already screwed up. I'm not sure if brass has a different melting point than copper, which I should have looked it up earlier. I should have definitely looked it up. But I shot out a lot of it. So I'm not sure if this is going to work anymore. I'm not sure if I'm going to have any brass left. But we're going to go on and build out the knife and we'll see. And if not, we can just build another one. Alright guys, so this thing already split right there. You can see the crack. Probably from the loss of so much of the brass. But I found out that the melting point is like 1700 and something, while copper is like 1900 something. So you should always do your research before you start something new, apparently. So I'm gonna have to start a new billet, and that one's a dud. Alright guys, so I recovered the piece from there, cleaned it up, the piece of Damascus, because I really want to do a Damascus core and I don't have very much lying around. But I do have this piece right here, which originally this one was going to get stacked with this one and another piece I already used for something else, and they're going to become just a Damascus knife. But now I'm going to forge weld these two pieces together and draw it out about 5 inches long so that I can get more length, so that when I layer on, I can layer on less material, so I have less to draw out. So I'm going to forge weld these two together and extend it out to 5 inches. Alright guys, so the piece is ready. So here's the plan. I got a bigger billet here. It's 5 inches. The core steel is a little bit bigger than 5 inches, but no big deal. So I'm going to weld this up, and while I weld this up, I'm going to turn that guy on and have it start heating up. And I'm going to actually use this guy to forge, because brass's melting point is 17 something degrees Fahrenheit. And I definitely can't control that on the forge. So I will be doing that on the hot shot. And it's going to take a little bit longer, but should ensure a better result than last time. Alright guys, so we got an issue again. It snapped. Well, it delamped. And I figured this might happen, but I only did a few tack welds on it since I was going to put it into the oven. I figured, I don't need to weld it all the way around because I wanted to see if I necessarily had to weld all the way around it. But apparently you do, because if not, it will split. A few tack welds isn't enough to hold it together while you're working it, and it's prone to splitting. So I've already took it apart and cleaned it on the inside. This side right here did weld well. This side did not. It was welded, but it couldn't last the pressure. It ended up peeling apart. So I'm gonna just weld it all the way through. You see I got some gaps and stuff, but I'm gonna weld it all the way shut. Then I'm gonna do it again, and hopefully this time it won't split apart. I could always just recover my Damascus on the inside. That's what I'm more worried about. As long as I got the Damascus, I can remake the billet again. I'm not too worried about that. I'm just having fun. So now I'm gonna weld all the way around it, get it nice and as stable and airtight as I can. And I'm gonna redo it, but I'm gonna do it in the forge this time. And I'm just gonna control my temperatures a lot more. Now I will be a lot more careful, and I'll be pulling it out more periodically. And I think we should be good this time. Third time's a charm. Alright guys, so after quite a bit of a forging, here is my billet. As you can see, it is shit. My Damascus core is still intact, so I might make something out of that eventually. But this guy did not stick, and that guy did not stick. For some reason, while I was forge welding it, the other side peeled off as well. I'm not sure why, probably because I don't know. That really sucks. And it is November 23rd, and I think the deadline is the 27th. So I got 4 days, so I'm gonna have to scrap this idea. But the reason why I'm posting it is just to show you guys that not every knife comes out exactly as we plan. Sometimes I make some really cool stuff, and sometimes I make this. But that is part of learning, and it's part of trial and error. If you have experience working with brass and you've done brass layers before, and you have an idea of what I'm doing wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. I greatly appreciate that. Get me some ideas. So due to lack of time, I won't be able to make this specific kind of knife I wanted, but I will one day definitely try again, because I really want to do a brass layer on this. And I think that a brass layer is gonna look nice on knives, and I've seen it done before, so I've seen knives with brass layers, so I know it's doable. So if it's doable, I know I'll be able to do it eventually. I'll figure out how to. And that's everything I have for this video today. Just a reminder that these things happen. Don't get sad about it. It is what it is. And I'll be working on the Damascus billet for the knife now. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate y'all. If you haven't checked out my website, it's in the description down below. If you want to help support me there, I greatly appreciate it. If you want to support me for free, do it by subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.